Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is another in the series of Focus Friday videos. So every Friday we focus on a different technique. So every month I choose a specific tool or set of techniques, and for that month every Friday we focus on a different technique or a different set of techniques using that tool. So for example, this month we've been using embossing folders, and we've tried different techniques every Friday with embossing folders. So this week we are going to be doing some inking and then embossing on top of our inked images to give a totally different effect. And you can see here, this is what we've done here. So this background is inked with our blending brushes, and you can see the variations in colour and how it beautifully gets picked up by the embossing from this lovely folder. This is the new Hive embossing folder. So let me show you what we're going to do. I have a piece here of basic white. This measures 14.35 centimeters by 10, and initially I'm going to cover this in some of this colour, which is petal pink. It's a very, very subtle shade of pink. I'm just going to literally cover I'm not being too concerned about getting a perfect blend or any of that nonsense. I'm just wanting to get a first layer of colour down, as you can see here, just like that. So it's very subtle. Camera doesn't pick it up that well, but it's there. Okay, so close this one up, and then we're going to use on top of this Magenta Madness just this gorgeous deep pink. So let's ink up our thing, and I'm going to start off always, as you can see, off the page. You don't get that harsh lines then. Not that it really matters, because I want a certain blotchiness in this. I don't want it to be a perfect blend. So I'm actually going to leave it. I'm just going to do a bit there, like that, because I want the embossing to pick up all those different elements to my piece of paper. I like that it's fading from one colour into the next. Okay, so let's close up. I haven't closed probably the ink pad up. And the blending brushes, I have one for every colour. Not for every colour, but every group of colours. So this is my pink one. But you can wash these out as well and reuse them for different colours. Somehow I've got some gilding flake on there. Don't know how I managed that, but anyway. So that's what we've got. So while we have our ink pad, actually we're going to open this up again. We're going to do some stamping. Stamps that we're going to use is this one called Sunny Sentiments. So we're going to use this sentiment here. Hoping your birthday's filled with all the best things. Scrap piece of basic white. Ink this up and down. Yep, just like that. Now we can close up the ink pad, and then I'm just going to clean my stamp while I'm thinking about it in my simple chamois, because otherwise this pink will just get literally everywhere and ruin everything. So I'm just making sure I've got all of that off. Just give the ink a little, give the block a little clean too. Okay, and then I am going to use this embossing folder called the Hive embossing folder. It's one of our 3D ones, and I'm going to put this through the embossing folder like that, and then I'm going to cut this out with the layering circles dies, which are these ones here, and let's see which one we want to use. It's a bit big. Yeah, that will do. And then we're going to cut out Let's see, what did we use last time? It wasn't that one. Do you know, I can never remember. It was that one. And this is the rose gold and gold metallic foil sheet. So you get some rose gold and then some normal gold like this. So I'm going to put that all through my Stampin' Emboss and I'll be back. Okay, so everything's cut out. I will say, when you're cutting out this gold foil sheet, it's more like a brushed metal, you need to wind this backwards and forwards through your die cutting machine quite a few times to make sure it's going to cut all the way through. It does cut and it cuts beautifully, but you just need to wind it through a few times to make it do it. Now you can see here how beautiful it looks that we've embossed on the ink and how it just highlights all that embossing. You can see here that's the reverse side. It's much plainer, and look how pretty that looks where we've inked first. Okay, so now I have here a card base. This is standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half, and I'm going to stick this down to that. And as I say, you can always hear the texture of the embossing folder, especially the 3D ones with Stampin' Up. And so you put the glue on, you can really hear all the ridges as it hits it, so you can really tell it's textured beautifully. And I use the glue, wet glue, because I feel it's going to stick better with all that texture than tape runner, than Stampin' Seal or Snail or something. Okay, so we're going to have that down. Doesn't that look pretty? And then I'm going to stick this down, my sentiment, to the gold foil underneath. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to pop this up on dimensional, so let's find some of those quickly. Backings are coming off already because I've got glue on my fingers. The edges, and I'm usually quite generous with my dimensional. This will do. Let's get all these backings off. Now I can't remember if I got them all off, so I just feel it, and yes I have. So let's put this in the centre as best as we can, something like that. And I really love the contrast of the gold and the pink. It's lovely, don't you think? And then the few finishing touches, we're going to make a bow with this white crinkled seam binding. So if I can actually make a bow, it will be good. Okay. Eek. Trying not to have such big loops. That will do. Scissors. And just wind this back on this reel and secure it so it doesn't try and escape. And now we need some glue dots, so let's get some of these out. Now I had this up there, but I'm wondering if I'd rather have it somewhere here. Where do you think we should have it? I don't like it over the sentiment though. I'm going to go back where I had it before, just like that. Put these glue dots away. We're done with those now. And then fast finishing touches. These are the Genial Gems. And I'm going to use one of these ones here, and that is my finishing touch, and we're done. So that was Focus Friday, focusing on embossing folders again, and embossing folders and using them with blending. So embossing on a blended background is what we were doing. So I hope you enjoy this. All the Focus Friday videos will be in a playlist, and it's linked below, so do check those out. So thank you again. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. All the information about the project, the techniques, etc. will be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links, including the link to my Facebook group where I host a monthly online card club, and we're doing monthly challenges, and we have other clubs and classes, so do come and check us out. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!